So I have tried to start and to continue a number of different workouts, and I always struggled with frustration and giving up early. And I would be really frustrated with myself because I would stop, and it's not that I was tired, it's not that I couldn't breathe anymore, it's not that my muscles were dying. I just stopped. And it was like an aggressive stop too. It wasn't just like, nah, I can't be bothered anymore, so I might as well stop. It was just like, whoa, hold up, nope, we're done. Click off the TV, throw it through the window, well, not quite that far, but close enough. And it's just really been in this intense last few weeks of, well, probably not even few weeks, but an intense time of me just really talking to God and being like, before my next birthday, as you do, what would you want to show me about what this next year should be about? And he pointed to the exercise, and I was like, okay, well, I know it's bad because I don't even do it as frequently as I should. And when I do it, I give up way before I am even properly ready. And this whole past year that's about to be wrapped up on my birthday, has touched so frequently in so many ways, and all of the ways that my entire psyche, my entire perspective, my outlook, my relationship with myself, my skin, my body, the people around me, has been built on this horrible, disgusting foundation of being raped as a child. And that is not a pleasant thing to hear, to discuss, to engage in. It's not pleasant to talk about. It's something that I have only been able to say without flinching or bursting into tears by basically talking to myself out loud when I'm alone. And now when I'm with you, if I ever post this video, there are 147 videos that have never made it to the light of day, may never make it to the light of day. This one might be another one of those. But the point is, when you are raped that young, it changes everything about who you are, quintessentially, because my parents were not slouches when it came to naming your body parts, taking ownership of your body parts, not having anybody touch them inappropriately, shepherding us where we went, being careful about who came into our spaces and whose spaces we were allowed to go into. My parents were on top of their game, and all of this is to say that as a human, you are surrounded by humans who are flawed, who are broken, who are in some cases evilly, maliciously intent upon sharing their destructive nature and energy. And because of the human fallen nature of the world, you can't find enough bubble wrap, find enough insurance policies, find enough chain link fence and security gear to save yourself. That's why we need a savior. That's why he's here, because he can protect and he can pull the pieces together in a way that we can't as humans. So all of this to say, before anybody starts to get hype in the comments, slow y'all roll. God is doing something with this disaster. I no longer regret it. Even as I work through the pain that's still there, God is doing something through this disaster, as he always does things through disasters when you let him. It's been a smooth 30 years that I've been running, but I think I'm ready. And he's starting to work. And what he was showing me was how I have worked my entire life to not feel my skin. And that's a weird thing, but let me break it down for you. I can touch it. Yeah, I know it's there. I'm not touching this because that's a lot of makeup and I'm not trying to smudge, no. But I know this is my skin. I know this is there. I know this is my body. I know I am sitting inside of my skin. But there's this glorious thing that I can do that I know that sexual assault survivors can do, which is dissociation. This ability to acknowledge but still step outside of direct contact with your own skin so that you don't have to live with the jagged edges that live inside your soul from having been robbed of your own sovereignty, your own ability to stay inside your skin and be alone inside your skin without your permission. I mean, if you're sharing your skin, you want to have a say in it. So for somebody to just rip those doors open and just step inside your skin, it leaves shards, it leaves sharp, pointy edges. And I didn't even realize because it was integrated into me for so young. I mean, my parents, I couldn't even verbalize what had happened to me for years. I was grown by the time I could say this in private, in silence, to select people. So I lived on the truth. that I had summoned this into myself, that I had caused it, that I, in my 6-year-old glory, had managed to tempt a man beyond his own, discipline and his own control. He nasty. I know that now. And I made him do this thing. So it's on me to make sure I don't make anybody do that thing anymore. And as you may have heard, yeah, I fail on that because, it happened again years later. But that's not the point. The point is going back to this one. Whenever I think about rape, I think about this one because this one changed who I was as a human. And I have spent my entire life, purple hair and all, trying to live just outside of my skin, just outside of the attachment to my own body. It's like I can see that I'm wearing clothes and the clothes look good, and I can see that my hair is done and my hair looks good, and I'm invested in all the shades of purple lipstick God ever made, and I'm wearing them, but I can still put this block between myself and my skin and the world so that I'm sort of protected. If anything looks like it's happening to her, the skin, I can remove myself and just wait until the pain goes down a little bit before I come back home. And what happens is when you're exercising, it is so much a part of your body. You need to connect to your body to move your arm where it should go. You need to connect to your breath to keep your body moving in the way that it should. You feel your toes when you're bracing in some poses. You feel every muscle in your body, and it is hard to engage all the muscles of your body and not be in that body. And so for me, that sudden snap of I'm done now, I'm done, was me settling into my body and being like, oh, this is actually my body. My very weak, fragile, targetable, hittable, hurtable, breakable, dieable body. I don't want to be in there no more. I want to be side of the body. I want to be safe in the side body bubble. I don't want to be in this body by exercise because you're asking too much. And so I'm in a situation now where I am like, hey, I need to make some life changes. I need to take care of my body. I need to forgive. It's all a long, twisted journey. I need to forgive my body for letting these things happen. My body needs to forgive me for taking an eternal revenge on her, the closest thing I could get to the actual culprit for 30 years. And we need to find a way to coexist healthily. That does mean eating better, drinking better, as in more water, not better alcohol. Oh, but no, more water. And I drink a lot of water, but it's like, okay, drink more water, cut the sugar out altogether, take better care of your body, and I can lavish my skin with all the ointments in the world, and I do. Look at that glow, babies. I do. And I can drink all the water in the world, and I basically do. And I can eat all the fruits and eat all the vegetables, and I really do. But if at the end of the day, I am still harboring hate, I am still harboring unforgiveness, I am still harboring hurt, and just these very real injuries because of my inability to say, hey, body, skin, you and me, we're in this together. And you did not let me hurt myself the ways that I tried. All the times that I swallowed pills and you made me throw them up, all the times that I abandoned medications that would have made me better and you held it together. All the times that I broke your skin with knives and blades just to feel a different kind of pain. You held it together. You healed beautifully. You protected me from myself. When my pregnancies were life-threatening, you held it together, girl. You did. When they told me that my strange, freaky, complex type of type 1 diabetes could kill me, and it has in fact killed the only other 2 people I know with it, you held it together, girl. My body has shown me so much more grace than I have shown it. I look at it and I'm like, fat, jiggly, wrinkly, lined up, all of these things, and my body just looks at me and thinks, hurt, wounded, broken. I'm not giving up on you. And she has held me down. And so, for the sake of this body and skin that I have abused, I am going to learn. to sit inside of the pins and the needles of being in my skin. So if I find myself freaking out about the fact that I'm inside of my skin and, oh my God, guys, it hurts. I can still feel the pain. I can still feel the terror. I can still feel that I am a body walking on the earth. And as a body, I can be taken down and taken out. I'm going to sit inside that. My challenge to myself, even as I wait to hear what else God might want me to take on, is to love myself through exercise, the bane of my existence. As somebody who danced and somebody who swam, I loved the sort of performative aspect of that. It was almost like you could project, especially in dancing, you could project this story, and it was like, I am telling this dance story, and not so much I am actually physically moving all the parts of my body. And so for me to sort of figure out, because I am not in great shape, so it's not like I'll be scaling Everest anytime soon, but even the most basic exercises that do not tax me at all still freak me out. So my commitment in the year ahead is I will love my body through exercise, through the agonizing activity of being drawn by the workout to settle within my skin and to stay there, to stay inside the skin, to work through the panic and the fear and the terror and the dread, because she deserves it. And one day, when I say I did, I ran, I yogaed, I danced, I whatever, I will actually have meant all the parts of me, the Heidi parts, the skin part, the entire corporeal part, because it is my goal that by my next birthday, all those fragments will just be one beautiful collagey, mosaicy one, and that my body and I would have forgiven each other and become friends and learned how to walk through this life like we're one person. I mean, it seems so instinctive. I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh my gosh, she's always been artsy fartsy, but she crossed the line now. And that's fine. I don't want everybody watching this video to understand it, because there's so much that comes only from living inside a trauma this intense. And I don't want to know that everybody watching this is like, yeah, me too. I mean, that Me Too movement, it did begin the setting free of me, but it is angering to see how many of us are out there. It is angering. And that anger is for another talk. This talk is about peace and forgiveness and tranquility and unity. And so this is my turning 36th birthday promise-ish. I mean, I take promises really serious, so I'm really nervous about this. But this is my my considerate commitment to me, that I will give my body the care it deserves, even and up to and including exercise, even when it freaks me out, as it will, as it has, as it always has. And I will push through the panic, and I will find the okay until I'm all the way okay. I mean, a lot of people want riches, and I would not say no to money. But I just need peace. So, yeah, 35 and alive, and I'm about to be 36, and that's about fixing all of this. I will not say 36. Oh, I'm not making it a hashtag though. But I am just gonna say, this year, I acknowledge that it hurts and it's stressful and it's painful and I don't like it and I don't want it, but I'm gonna do it because it's the best way to take care of my body, and it's about time I return the favor.